Hello and welcome back to our HIP Roman Restoration campaign. And in the last episode we have indeed restored the city of Rome to the Empire, if not actually restored the Roman Empire itself. We do have a little bit more work to do before we can click this button. We have still to take Venice, Ferrara, basically the rest of Italy it looks like, as well as Jerusalem, Alexandria and Africa, which I believe is sort of this area up here. But that's fine, we can get started on that right now, probably. We also will have to raise our laws from decayed theme system, it looks like. We'll have to go at least up to intact, which will be another opinion penalty with our vassals, but that's okay. I think we still have the opinion penalty from raising our crown authority before, which is mostly why these people are in this faction. That's okay, this isn't dangerous at the moment. But I think it's time to get started on some more wars. No reason to delay. Unfortunately, the revolts that were going on in the Holy Roman Empire are no longer happening, so we don't have an easy opportunity to declare on them, but why don't we turn our attention maybe down to the area of Jerusalem. We can declare on the Seljuks, perhaps. I'm not sure if we have CBs now on these people as well. We do. Duchy reconquests here. How about you? Only holy wars. Well, I think we'll declare on the Seljuks. How powerful are you? Not especially powerful. We'll do imperial reconquests first, I suppose. No particular reason to do holy wars, I think. In fact, it would be worse. So, I guess we're just going to have to do all of these at some point anyway, so why not take the biggest duchy? Or we could just take the northernmost one first. We'll do Damascus. That seems pretty good, and since we're going to be declaring a war down here anyway, we may as well declare on the Kingdom of Jerusalem too. So we'll send that declaration. And on the Welsh King of Jerusalem, we can declare over his northernmost county here, I suppose, or we could go for some of the southern regions. I guess we'll just take the northernmost one, that seems fine. We could also claim the whole Kingdom of Jerusalem on behalf of this bishop, who I think is a vassal of mine already. Vassal of my vassal. Alright, so let's see. This will cause a little bit of messiness if we press his claim, because he'll become a king, he'll no longer be a vassal of this guy in his current holding, which is in here somewhere. Will be under Jerusalem instead of where it's supposed to be, but I think that would actually be better. We'll just go ahead and take the whole kingdom on his behalf. Will save us a couple of wars. I'm assuming this guy has some alliances. Nope. Apparently no particular close ties to his ancestral homeland in Wales, but that's okay. We could declare on Egypt as well at the same time, but I think that might be a little too much. We'll just stick with these two wars for the moment. Let's see, we'll have everyone meet up over here. Disband the island troops, and we won't bother with the troops from Italy either. And you guys can stay over here too. Recent events have increased our grasp of stewardship. Sounds good. I see a Seljuk fleet already. Our despot of Bosnia is usurping things. which is his royal prerogative, I suppose. The Bogomolist heresy again, okay. Italy changing crown laws. So speaking of heresy and crown authority, there was a problem, of course, with this guy and the actual county capital of Rome, in that it's the wrong holding type for him, and he apparently refuses to grant it to people. It's his only landed holding, which I guess is why. We have inherited the Despotate of Italy back. Apparently the Queen has died, okay. So we'll have to re-grant that as a viceroyalty. I forget who we gave it to before. Let's see, I guess we could definitely improve this guy's opinion by handing it to him. Actually, we should really grant it to the youngest and healthiest person. So he's 26, no health traits. You're 6. That doesn't necessarily mean you have a high life expectancy. The reason to grant it to the youngest person, I think, would be to minimize the amount of times that we have to grant out viceroyalties, because it hurts the opinion of our feudal vassals. This guy's 25. He has slightly better health from being agile. So I guess we'll give it to him. Unless there's some particular reason not to. You know, he's Greek Orthodox. Sounds good. It's only a -2 penalty, and we don't have a lot of kingdoms to keep handing out at the moment, but no reason to take unnecessary opinion penalties. We got noble customs here. Okay, so Jerusalem's army has appeared, 6,000 or so. Add another Bogomolist uprising. Who are kind of in our way. We're gonna have to be more careful about where we're sending our troops here. I think the rest of you guys should be safe enough. We definitely have enough troops gathering down here to take on the army from Jerusalem. And Rome has been converted to the Orthodox faith. That's good. Let's take a look at the religions map mode. So making some progress on converting Italy. We have the whole island of Sicily converted. Let's take a look at culture as well. Somebody asked about this in the comments recently, how far Greek culture has spread, and I suspect a lot of this was already Greek, but maybe some of it's being converted. We do have some Greek culture up here, but the rest of it is mostly still the original cultures: Croatian, Bosnian, Serbian. A couple of counties have been converted to Greek over in Italy, but in my experience, culture conversion is generally very slow in HIP. Waldensian heresy, okay. Alright, so we have another 4,000 troops from Jerusalem there. Which means they have pretty much equal numbers. The Exarch of Italy is trying to revoke things. Alright, so we'll use our larger army here to clear out the religious revolt, and we'll probably have to wait for them to come around before we can move on Jerusalem. Alright, the rest of their army has joined up, but this county is plains, so we should have a pretty good time here. You see a Seljuk fleet, which seems to be landing troops on Cyprus there. Alright, so we'll send this army to intercept the retreating rebels, and we'll send this 19k around. Have another faction forming, that's fine. Seems like 1 or 2 people left the Lower Crown Authority faction, so that's good also. And we see 14k Seljuk troops over there as well. So we do have them outnumbered even before the rest of our troops arrive. Even assuming that they coordinate to actually fight us at the same time, which is not necessarily what they will do. We won. The perpetrator will be executed as usual. We'll advance our troops towards the enemy armies. Wonder if we can bait them into attacking us in the mountains. So this county is mountains, I think. Tripoli. Let's take a couple of thousand out of here. Yeah. About that many. See if that entices Jerusalem into coming for us. Apparently not. Maybe if we were in this county. The Seljuks might be moved to come around here since this is their capital. That would also be fine. Oh no, looks like Jerusalem is coming, but the Seljuks are not. So this is fine, we'll receive them here. Get the terrain bonus and we'll reinforce. I think I'll just send half of this army. And I didn't actually appoint good leaders here, so that's an oversight. In fact, I appointed no leaders, but fortunately they also have no leaders in 2 of their flanks. Let's make sure that we appoint good people on the army that's on the way in. I think we should be okay anyway. There's our reinforcements arriving. Okay, we won the battle. A woman accused of witchcraft in Uskudar has been dragged before your court. Several witnesses have seen her performing dark rituals in her secluded hut, possibly related to recent crop failures. She claims innocence, and it falls on you to determine her fate. So we can lower revolt risk by burning her, throw her in the dungeons, or release her. We'll just throw her in the dungeons. Okay, so the Jerusalemite army is retreating to Tripoli. We'll just send these guys over there. Ah, your understanding of all matters pertaining to rulership and administration has increased. Not sure why. I guess it was something to do with the decision we made in that event. This is the witch, of course, or supposed witch. But we have gained the trait Midas Touched, upgraded our education, and we'll be known as Longshanks. I don't really get the connection there, but it's a pretty cool nickname, I guess. Which is good. It means we don't have to transfer our son to anybody else for his education. We can keep him and probably make him Midas Touched. So I think we'll leave troops to siege the Seljuk capital. In fact, we've won the war against Jerusalem with that single battle, so there wasn't even any need for the follow-up. We can just enforce our demands here. So the claimant will remain our vassal, and he'll gain the Kingdom of Jerusalem. So I guess this means he's going to gain it as a feudal title. It's not going to be a viceroyalty, which is not necessarily what we want. So perhaps we'll revoke that at some point. For now, though, it's fine. And I guess Jerusalem has become a theocracy as well, since he was a bishop. I guess it's something we could also fix by revoking the title, if it indeed needs to be fixed. So he's retaining his single holding, which is where? I guess in here somewhere? Okay, I don't know where it is, but I guess it doesn't matter too much. Alright, so we have this army parked on the Seljuk capital. We have 16,000 here that we can use to attack them. Are they in this county? It looks like it. I'm not sure what the terrain is there. Let's send another 2k as well to make sure of things. So I'm guessing this is probably plains. Doesn't look like mountains. Even if it is mountains, I think we have the numbers to win the battle anyway. Alright, it was plains, but we did take a river crossing. Oh, a crusade for Jerusalem. His Holiness the Pope has been swayed by the cries for help from the Christian population in the theocracy of Jerusalem. He urges all able-bodied men of Europe to take up arms against the evil Sultan of the Seljuk Sultanate. Okay, not against us. Interesting. In order to secure Jerusalem from the clutches of the Mohammedan infidels. That's no concern of ours. Well, it's a little bit of a concern, but not really. I wonder what will happen. Oh, I guess this is where the bishop's holding is? Maybe not. Anyway, I wonder what will happen with the Kingdom of Jerusalem when the Crusade ends. Because it's not currently held by a Catholic, so perhaps it'll get taken away and given to the winner of the Crusade. Or to some Christian claimant, or Catholic claimant even. Anyway, we captured a prisoner, won our first battle. I guess we're going to make the Crusade very easy for the Catholics by destroying the Seljuk armies. But that's okay. Just spread out a little bit and do some more sieges. I think there's a pretty good chance we'll just capture the Sultan when we finish this siege, so that would be nice. My son is turning into an arrogant little braggart. I might have to rein him in a bit. Oh, pride goeth before a fall, Jordanes. And we have a dangerous faction as well, which is the Crown Authority faction. I think we're probably coming up close to the 10 years that the opinion penalty for increasing Crown Authority lasts, so hopefully we won't have to keep doing this too much. Oh, that's revoking. No. Not much we can do with him, it looks like. We'll give out some gifts to these other people, though. With less expensive tastes. That should be good enough. Alright, we won the siege. We did not capture the Sultan. Oh, is this his capital, actually? Yeah, okay. I had the wrong county. That's okay, we'll siege this one pretty soon. But it is going to have to wait for the next episode because we are out of time for this one. So thanks for watching, and join me again then.